Welcome. Come on in, make yourselves at home as we continue our Frontier Savvy series. You know, you're going to hear a lot today about finishing well, finishing strong. So when they asked me to sing a cowgirl song today, it reminded me of a time years ago I was reading a book on the pioneers. And there were all of these photos of really desolate surroundings, a whole passel of kids. The husband and wife were standing there looking very grumpy in all of these photos, and there's good reason why. I know their lives were hard. And as I was scrolling through all those pictures, I came upon one with a husband and a wife and all of these kids, and the husband looked very stern, but the woman, she had a baby on each hip and a big smile on her face. And I thought, you know, her circumstances weren't any different than all of the other people in those photos. But that woman finished well. She finished well. And so when I'm going through tough times, I think of that woman. And by God's grace, I strive to be that woman. And I wrote this song for that woman. They traveled across the prairie in search of the age-old dream of life in a better place. To them the West did scream. The days were hot and long as they rode in the covered wagon. They had to dump her treasures when the horses started dragging. But she never did complain as she tended to her chores, taking care of the kids and doing a whole lot more. Time seemed to stand still while they searched for the place where they would stop and make a home with the help of God's good grace. Now she had pictured hills and rivers, maybe a yard with a cherry tree. But all there was prairie just as far as she could see. They went as long as they could go, running low on food and hope. She didn't tell her husband she was at the end of a short road. She smiled when he stopped the team and said, "Hon, this is it." But a lump formed in her throat, this was as far as she would get. And there was no babbling brook, just a tiny water hole. A nagging fear filled her heart and burned down to her soul. But she knows what makes you happy ain't the treasures bright and fancy. No, a lot of love could be found in that dirty old sod shanty. No, she never did complain as she tended to her chores, taking care of the kids and doing a whole lot more. Oh, she knows what makes you happy ain't those treasures bright and fancy. No, a lot of love could be found in that dirty old sod shanty. Thank you.